All right, this is the orientation for Central Block, 1075 Tillicum. You fill out the top portion here, you get your name, work site, supervisor, your company, today's date, your phone number, and then your position and your supervisor's phone number.
Okay.
We're going to go through this checklist here, and I'll have you check off as we discuss each line item. So, starting with the introduction to site, this is Central Block. We're here on 1075 Tillicum, right off of Tillicum Road. Our site office is off of McNaughton Avenue. 914 McNaughton Avenue is our gate 2 and the entrance to site. It's also where we take all of our deliveries. Now the entrance to 1075 Tillicum off of this shared access road, it's a private road and we can't stop any vehicles on it because the condo building here gets a lot of traffic in and out each day, as well as ambulances or fire trucks, so we can't impede them in any way. And if we're parking, we need to park in front of 914 McNaughton and then down towards the gorge. We can't park up the street from 914 McNaughton, we'll get ticketed. We also rent this little area in front of the entrance to the gorge pavilion, so we can park there as well. If we have an emergency evacuation, we'll all meet at the small tree here on 914 McNaughton. So that's the introduction to site, review site access, egress, and parking requirements. For workers' rights, responsibilities, and site rules, you have the right to know about our safety program, to participate in our safety program, and to refuse unsafe work. If you need any access to safe work procedures or anything of the sort Toolbox talks, we can happily provide it to you. Review company rules and disciplinary policy. First, review tasks, job functions, and training requirements. I'll leave those training requirements and job functions to your foreman and your supervisor, as that's your trade. But we'll facilitate your work, so if there's anything unsafe, let us know, and we'll fix it.
Awesome.
Review company rules and disciplinary policy. We have the 3 strike rule here, so 1 verbal, 1 written, and then a suspension to send you home. We typically don't need to go that far. The biggest rules that we find that we're disciplining people for is not wearing your hard hat and safety vest walking around the site here, and then bringing disposable coffee cups into the building. Our superintendent asks that if you bring coffee in, to bring a mug or to drink your coffee out here, because with drywall and insulation going on, oftentimes half a cup will get left behind.
And then it just kicks in.
Exactly. And it can cause substantial damage and cost, and so we just ask not to bring them in. And then that's also smoking. Smoking is another one where we will warn people. We only allow smoking down here in the smoke pit. We're very strict about it near the wood frame building.
Sounds good.
Shown and reviewed location of safety boards. So our safety board is in front of this job office. It's the red board right there. Has maps to the nearest hospital, clinic, as well as some safe work procedures and any work safe inspections that have taken place. Identify first aid location. That's next door in the trailer right beside us. First aid attendant on site is typically Lucas. He's away today, so it'll be myself. And everyone with Abstract has first aid, so if you get a hold of us, we'll make sure you get treated properly.
Awesome,
Review emergency response plan for the work site and muster station. So the muster station we talked about is right out front, the small tree on McNaughton. 1 long air horn blast is evacuating need at the muster. If you're in need of a medical emergency and you can't find anyone, you don't have a phone, you can find an air horn. They're located on every level in the stairwells, and do 3 short blasts, and we'll come and find you. Review all PPE and clothing requirements. We require a safety vest, hard steel toe boots, and a hard hat. Identify location of offsite smoking area. We talked about that. It's right here by the small tree here on the gravel. There's a butt out there, and the washrooms are up top here at the top of the ramp. We have drinking water here in the trailer, and water you can wash your hands in the trailer next door. Review applicable WHMIS requirements. There's some WHMIS requirements with your job that we've asked your office to provide us, the STS sheets, and if you guys need copies of those, we can provide them. Unsafe conditions, reporting hazards to us, report incidents to us, and report any tools that are out of service. Now, any hazards that you see, say something, and we will address it immediately. Thanks, Alan.
You returning this?
Good deal, man.
Yeah.
You can just throw it on the table in there.
Alright, sounds good.
Have a good day, buddy.
Yeah, you as well. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, Alan. All right, and then we're just gonna go through these guys and check them off. Right now, we have falls greater than 10 feet. If you're working outside on the decks of the building,
Yeah.
you guys shouldn't be on the decks for any reason. We have scaffolding going up, and if you are on a deck, you need fall protection. So leading edges should all have guardrails installed.
So I got these guys rolling pretty good
You
now.
guys
Do you
are
want to
aware of the hazard
see what the elevator?
and can stay away from it. If you see a leading edge that isn't guardrail protected or delineated, let us know and we'll address it immediately. Confined spaces. There's one confined space in the parkade, but no one should be in it. It's marked off, it's a sump. There are no active excavations. We do not have real hazardous materials on site, although some of the products and cleaning products, caulking products may have some SDS
25
warnings.
chemical stuff. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's
Awesome.
marked and it's stored properly. Mobile equipment, we have a genie lift on site that you'll see sometimes the guys doing siding, so it may be on this access road, it may be on the back side on the ramp. We also have a telehandler, Zoom Boom, it's
Yeah.
out front here. It typically lives on the McNaughton side, but it'll lift material up to the 5th floor for deliveries. Energized equipment, we have some electrical panels for tools. And then overhead hazards, if somebody is working above, they need to delineate where delineate their work area below with red tape and pylons so that nobody's walking below them,
Walking
something to
through
be
the
aware
area,
of. Yeah,
awesome.
we coordinate that work. Overhead hazards, so we talked about that. Working on above water, we do not have that. Traffic over 10 kilometers an hour, we don't have that on site, but it may happen on the access road, and it does happen on Tillicum, so when you're coming and going for your brakes or to your vehicle, something to be aware of. And we don't allow workplace violence at any capacity. We're lucky here that the public is very good to us, we're not in a dangerous part of town. Let us know if you see any hazards, and we will review them. So these next 5 lines, I'll get you to initial as long as you understand. I'll read it out loud. Workplace environment conduct. We need you to be respectful and inclusive to all. That's no bullying, no harassment, and if that takes place, please report it to me.
Okay.
Stereo use, a respectful volume and appropriate language for neighbors, and you need to be able to hear. what's
Yeah.
going
So
on.
I assume 1 earbud policy you got going here. Awesome, man. That's kind of what I figured.
That's crazy that people all do everywhere too.
It's insane.
Because
That's
people
people do it.
really love their music.
Insulators will do it.
We can't allow that.
That's insane.
Yeah. Site safety and security. We have a sign in, sign out procedure through your foreman, so if your foreman knows you're here, he'll let Dean know.
Okay.
We'll keep a count of everybody and we'll meet out front if we have a muster. Yeah. No unauthorized people, so we're on CCTV, we have cameras, and if people are working outside the regular site hours, which is Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., we need to know because the security company will call the police.
Yeah, I assume we can just mark no on this because we're probably
Yeah.
not. Yeah,
That's
awesome.
all good. Sobriety is mandatory. We have 0 tolerance for alcohol, drugs, or intoxication on site. And if you're not working outside of regular hours, we don't need you to click yes. But if you are, the procedure is to let us know and you need first aid on site.
Sounds good, man.
On the next page, if you have any training verification to share, personal information such as previous injuries or illnesses, any allergies or medications you may be on, and an emergency contact. And then on the last page, we have 2 questions here. Are you a new or young worker under the age of 25? Yes or no? And are you new to the industry? Yes or no?
25.
Okay, so because you clicked yes, we need to do this quiz. We can do it together,
Okay.
but if you guys just want to silently read those questions, and then I'll review with you, and we'll go over the answers. I'll start reviewing the answers here to help you guys out a bit. Where is the first aid station located?
Next door.
That's right, next to the site office.
Yes.
What are the 3 fundamental rights of all workers in BC?
Right to refuse unsafe work. I don't remember that.
Right to
Yeah, I know that.
refuse unsafe work, right to know our safety program, and right to participate in our safety program.
Okay.
Right to know hazards. Where is the muster station located?
Just by
The tree.
Small tree on McNaughton Street. What mandatory basic PPE must you always wear on the work site?
hard hat,
Hard hat
boots,
is the
and
best.
That's right, hard hat, vest, and boots. What is Abstract's disciplinary policy?
3 strike.
3 strike, first verbal, written, and then sent home for the day. That's
If we
right.
just put 3 strike, is that?
That's sufficient.
Oregon.
Who is your safety representative on this job site? That's gonna be me, I'm Cole. What do you do with damaged equipment or tools?
Report
Report.
to all.
Yeah, lock out of service, report to office. Who is responsible for health and safety on site?
You today, isn't it?
That's a trick question. It's everyone.
It's everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah. My
That's
brain
right.
goes to like who's the like actual person that they've picked, but yeah, it is everyone.
It's a responsibility for all of
For
us.
all workers, yeah.
Yeah. I might not see something that you guys see.
Yeah, exactly.
And your knowledge there in the field is very valuable to maybe someone in the office who's not always out there. What do you do with damage to? Oh, we said that one. Who do you report suspected bullying or harassment to?
Foreman?
Foreman, and if it's your foreman bullying you, you report it to us. If you're
That's
unsure, if you're unsure how to safely complete your assigned task, what steps should you take?
I just ask your supervisor.
Ask your supervisor. Ask someone senior, and they will ask someone senior of them if they don't know the answer. Gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a great day out there.
Appreciate it.
Stay safe, and I'll get you a couple of stickers.